Welcoming everybody to the Loving Your Damn Self Party Sound Bath. Spirituality. Buenos dias. Buenas noches. Buenas nachos. Bienvenidos. Welcoming everybody again. Just gonna jump on a live stream and make music. 5 a.m. in the UK. We're gonna make some relaxing vibes for your ears. After I set up some things right here, just enable. Since I'm multi-streaming onto Facebook too. Give me a second here, not too long. And lately people have been watching on YouTube, so I just joined for 5 seconds, I will relax. Well, that's the whole goal. If it's easy to relax, your life becomes a lot happier. When it's really difficult to relax, just relax, damn it. Sometimes we make it so hard to just breathe. 12 a.m. Curacao, welcome Jai Jelena. Imagine that your life, you can make it easy to just relax. Sometimes I get in my head, but I make it easy to let go of that too. Not always. Sometimes it can be a challenge if I forget when you forget the fundamentals of relaxation, it may be really difficult to relax. What's the fundamentals to relaxation? Breathing. Sometimes we don't believe that it's that simple to relax. And I get it because we doubt ourselves oftentimes. But if you create a system where you believe, a mentality where you just believe that that breathing relaxes you, it's what you get. Which is a beautiful, beautiful thing, because everyone has breath, but we're not always with our breath. Welcoming Pena, Sweet Windy. Meditation, absolutely. The reason why I don't like to just say meditation right away, because it's what many people don't want to hear. Meditation, right? Meditation. And this is why I want to bring up more specific things, because people are lazy. But it's not that difficult if you just realize this is meditation. Welcoming Huma, feasible. Right? If you just learn to make meditation fun, it's what you get. Or you can fight the whole time meditation. Welcoming Miss Rhonda. Thank you for all the blessings, Kalesi, Melissa, Haven. Just a little bit more. I learned how to meditate myself in a trance state and love it. A trance state is called a trance state. And I don't teach people to get into a trance state, because you can get lost in a trance state and not be in the present moment. Because a trance state is something that is more in your head. That's why it's called a trance state. But to be present with your breath, simply is just... Now I used to do the same thing, so I understand. I used to do the exact same thing, bright pink. You can drum yourself into a trance state too. You could sing yourself into a trance state. There's a fine line between meditation and trance, and the only difference is one is present, one is trying to escape from the present. Yeah. Yeah, welcoming Haley. Hallie. Oh, thank you. Watermelon heart. Thank you for the blessing of the galaxy. Teapot, thank you for all the blessings, universe. Gratitude. Gratitude is a beautiful practice to help us be in positive energy. Many people always ask me, how do you love your damn self? And I tell them gratitude. It's so simple. How do I feel better? I have anxiety. Gratitude. But let's be more real. If you have anxiety, you're living a life that makes you have anxiety. You have to see where the anxiety comes from. You gotta see where it comes from and fix it. If you don't like anxiety, how can you choose relaxation? How can you choose peace? Many people, choosing peace requires effort. It's not just people are peaceful with no effort. No, it's meditation, it's being in nature. It's not being on social media too much. It's getting good sleep. Music absolutely helps. Let me see what's on the looper right now. My anxiety comes from chronic pain. I wish it was so easy. And here's how would meditation help that? When you meditate, you recognize, oh, thank you for the flock, Gemini J, Irish Amanda. Your body has pain. Your mind perceives the pain. You observe your mind perceive. You observe your body feel the pain. But your true self is not in pain. The observing. If you can observe your body feel pain, what's observing? Who is observing? When you observe your mind perceive pain, ow, 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 ow. What's observing the mind doing all that? I used to have tinnitus too. But I stopped labeling that I had tinnitus. And I told myself, I'm getting a spiritual upgrade. Guess what? It worked. It went away. But some people don't believe in that because they're not even willing to try. I had, my ears were ringing. My eyesight was hazy. But through meditation and of course eating healthy and many things, like when you live a life where you feel constant love heals all things. But sometimes we just don't put our mind in a state. We don't choose love as a state of life we're living. Because a lot of people don't commit their life to a loving one because it's easy to complain about stuff and our life doesn't really change. But we can complain all day and not feel that love. My therapist said, "How's the kitten? Which kitten?" Your kind, strong words. Drama is boring now. Oh, it's many kittens. It's like many generations of kittens and cats at this point. I wish I could say they're doing excellent, but when you have too many, it's hard to take care of the well-being of 20 cats or something like that. But on a positive side, the ones that are very loving, they get adopted. So shout out to the good kitties that get adopted naturally. Loving myself has helped me to overcome fear and anxiety lately. For sure. And I'm glad to hear that you have experienced the fruits of self-love. And that's what we teach. That's what we talk about in here. And it's beautiful to see the community happy. You know, when you see your brothers and sisters practice with result, it's a beautiful thing. You play your flute in my ear when I get upset now, and I go, I'm glad that you mentioned that. Because many people will come to the stream with sadness and self-deletion thoughts, dark thoughts. And what we do in here is just guide each other towards happiness and constantly do the best that we can to do something more practical. Telling you that everything's gonna be fine, it's just part of it. But learning to breathe in and out helps you to relax so good. And to breathe in and out and be here. I'm doing good. It's been a long day. I'm tired, but when the universe tells you you have to get on, there's no other. I love streaming, but it can't be the only thing I do in my life, you know. Now I'm preparing to full-time live stream, so you know I'm gonna be here a lot more. But of course, I plan to, you know, be on the, go to the gym, live stream, so that my life is healthy and happy. I'm learning not to be a people pleaser, says Arashi, and to love myself first. Thank you for that. A lot of good people forget themselves. Thank you. The shirt, this is more silky style. It's actually red, but you know, I'm sitting in blue light. Do you have meditation sessions? We're having one right now. My body is tired, but my heart is shining. That's why I've been up since 6:30 and got a 30-minute nap today. A lot of people, like the reason why I'm when you find your gift, that gift, it helps the world, you want to serve, you want to serve. And I start to realize that I can help people with details of how to find happiness and how to use this language thing, talking to people, and articulately guide you to just chill the F out with humor and stuff. Make it fun, But serving, not, yeah, I enjoy it. That's why, this is why, even though I've been up long time, it's I just keep doing it because it fills my cup. Helping people definitely fills my cup because it's great to spread joy. And of course, I did I laid down for 30 minutes before coming on the stream because I know I need to love my body first. I took a shower and hang out with my wife, who needed my quality time because it was her first day teaching sign language at a language school for summer school. And so I made sure that my life was balanced before I serve humanity. If my life's not balanced, how the hell am I gonna serve people? And I'm not here for, I'm just here to help people. I'm grateful that it's been working out here. Never forget, serve from the heart. We just help people right here, right now. So if you get people trying to scam you, I don't do private. There's no card readings. I never charge you. There's no Patreon page. This is it. Just me, you, and everyone here. My heart is full just hearing your gratitude. And we can feel full together. Only the link in the bio. I feel a lot of people look down on TikTok because they don't know what's going on here. They don't know. And there's a lot of scammers, for sure. Hey, welcoming Victor, nice to see you. Bald man is here too. But I realize a lot of seekers and people who are practitioners are on here. Of course, there's a lot of card reading, and there's a lot of spiritual people on TikTok. And this spiritual people is just people seeking and uniting in love. And that's the beautiful part. A lot of it gets very corrupted because there's a lot of money involved in TikTok. May we all remember and go back to our divine home, says Victor, which is in the moment now. People are looking for a miracle worker. People are just looking for happiness, the way. And instead of helping people, there's a lot of money to be made from loneliness, sadness, and heartbrokenness for a $55, 55-cent card reading. spiritual people find their balance shaken, yet their heart strives for a pot. I think that's a human experience. I think you can say that about human beings. But in spirit, I think there's just more. I think there's just a more awareness of it as a spiritual person. When you're spiritual, you're aware that everything's happening for a reason, and that is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like being aware that you're not your life, being aware that you're suffering not by accident, but there's a lesson involved. Being aware that you're depressed not by accident, but because there's something that you're looking to learn. And it's a beautiful thing. Welcoming or die. I know a lot of people most people have been heartbroken and lonely because we're all looking for love and we get lost in this Romeo and Juliet thing, chasing cat and mouse. And the spiritual experience reminds us we are love. But sometimes that sounds cheesy, you know what I mean? You are love. It's cheesy because the mind doesn't know how to even digest what that means. I am love. Like, really, bro? And this is why we use humor. This is why we use stand-up comedy, spiritual stand-up comedy, or flutes or music, speaking gently. You know what I'm saying? I am peace. Like, tell that to somebody who's not peaceful. You are peace, bro. So tell somebody that's sad, you are happiness. It's very confusing if you don't watch out. Like, what do you mean? I'm not a happiness. Victor says, in 2018, I asked for a card reading for my mother and it came up loneliness. It was right on. She used substance to fill her void. I love her so much. She has been sick because of bariatric surgery, but now we are hoping to get her reversal surgery so she can thrive again. Beautiful. We are the angels of Mother Earth. We are the guardians of planet Earth. Protectors of the water, land, and above. We are the angels of planet Earth. Be the change, meditate, spreading love. Palo Santo. I know it by heart. Do you believe that we can communicate with ones that have passed? I believe we can communicate, but it's not the kind of communication we think it is. And everybody has a different way of communication. Everyone has different gifts. Yeah. Because when you're dealing with something that the mind cannot conceptualize, we don't really know how to even talk about it. But through silence or through music, you can feel the magic, you know. For example, thoughts. Somebody asked about anger. Sometimes we're angry because we don't know we have other choices. My friend dying of cancer is angry. Oftentimes, people who are angry don't know there are better solutions than to choose anger. Because we don't know how to let go. Sometimes we're not taught how to deal with anger, sadness, resentment. The majority don't. When I used to be somebody who's angry, I didn't want to be angry. Most people don't want to be angry, but we don't know how to deal with it. So we use a lot of curse words. So we use hate, hurtful words. And sometimes we cry because we don't see why, and when we don't realize that we're a result of the past, that when we become an angry person, we've been hurt. And when you're hurt and you're not healing, thank you, Sister Sasima. When you're hurt and you haven't healed, you stay angry. I cry out of anger. Yeah, and so when we've been hurt, we naturally will do that to other people because we're in pain, which leads us to many substances, many parties at the EDM festivals, and many smoke and laser shows, and more substance, because it's better than facing that we're sad and we're angry. And of course, many people don't want to, this is not something that is pleasing to hear, to talk about, and so we just don't. The topic of anger is the one that turns off the dopamine, right? When we get real, the dopamine, we don't feel the dopamine, but the heart opens when we talk about the truth. And so talking about the truth is really hard because it's not profitable. But it helps heal humanity so good. The truth heals us so good. Sassy says, sometimes I wish someone would just say, you matter, Sassy, and we care about you. Is it wrong to say we want to be loved? It's not wrong. Everyone deserves to feel loved. But when you expect it from other people, it's incomplete. Because no one can love you but yourself. And that is a truth that many people have a hard time grasping, which is why our motto is called Love Your Damn Self. Dirty Mitten says, thank you, Victor. Have you ever heard of Dongzhen? Yeah, I have. Yes, I watched that documentary, Rainbow Liberation or Rainbow Body. That's a different level. That's a different thing. If your purpose is part of that lineage, shout out to you. Everyone has a different purpose. Some people are meant to become a rainbow. Like a literally become a physical rainbow. Yeah, there's a Tibetan yogi documentary where the yogis meditate into a rainbow and reach higher state of consciousness, and they hear thunderclap, and then they find the guru's body underground as a tiny body. There's many metaphysical things through meditation, and some people are meant to carry that out. Sometimes minerals, deposits, relics fall out of thin air. But then again, that's very flashy. Many people want to see cool things, but won't learn to practice to love themselves. And this is why, because the the most advanced spiritual practice is just constantly being present. Think about that. Can you actually just imagine being constantly present is advanced? Because many people can't do it. Because why? You don't have a reason to why the heck would I be present all day? Right. You know what? Somebody showed me a scammer tried to scam them on TikTok and sent me the receipts. I don't know if we're trying to get into that right now, but I don't have my phone with me, so that means that's for tomorrow. Because I'm trying to read these receipts so y'all can hear how scammers are trying to how they talk. Odai says, and heard just crumbs of wholeness because of you. Invite you to subscribe $100 a month. Some courses. Thank you. I'm speaking in a relaxing ASMR tone because nighttime. This is called yin energy, more feminine tone, and it's by choice. I can definitely, and I'm also I don't think I could be too much fire right now. Good morning, Angel. From CH, is that China or Chile? I felt called to you. Love, I have reading just for you. Oh, Switzerland, okay. And that's okay. It's I'm doing the best that I can to be on here, and recently I started streaming on Insight Timer again, a meditation app, and I just started streaming on that platform, and I realized many people don't really respect. Half of the people respect me on there. The other half is pretty close-minded because I just say it how it is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Welcoming brother Diego. So I've been pissing a lot of close-minded people's heads off, which is fine. It's just I stick to love because politics divides people, and my side, your side, it divides people. And some people, they get poisoned by their ideology, and so they get easily triggered because politics, you know. Unfortunately. Welcoming Kasinka from Czech Republic, CZ. What Buddhism do you practice? I practice the Buddhism of unconditional love. Some people just come to argue. And you know, when people come to, sometimes people some people come to battle with me. And sometimes I go to battle with them with love, with wisdom. Because, are you triggered by it? I don't really get triggered anymore. Because why? It's unhealthy to have triggers if you can choose. I just chose to live a life where I don't have triggers. Why? I face the things that may be triggering and realize, oh, I'm not triggered. My ego may be triggered. Why? Because it's not the ways, it may not be the thing I want to hear. Why? Because sometimes you want to hear something, but there's something deeper that you need to hear. What did you learn today? I learned that many people aren't serious about the spiritual path, and so they take the easy road without asking deeper questions. It's like being a student who's not curious about deeper knowledge, and so you just get what's on page 1. What? Right. Many people will stay on the surface level, and so they live a surface level life, surface level spirituality. And for us to have a depth in our life, we have to seek the things beyond the surface level. But to seek beyond the surface level requires us spending time contemplating. And many people don't want to contemplate because we would rather be entertained than develop enlightenment or awakening, because it requires us doing the work. There's so much more for sure. And so what did my brother Diego learn today? People demand things quickly now. It's the nature of humanity now. Think about this. We're on TikTok with 317 people. When in humanity has a bunch of spiritual people had the chance to just get online and connect this fast? Never. Right? You had to go to the temple, maybe on a special day. A lot of people will gather. But now we get to ask deep, meaningful questions, and you don't even have to be religious. You don't even have to be spiritual. You just need to seek knowledge and be open-minded. And the more we're open, the more we'll find. Of course, the more open you are, the more you can also get lost, and the more you can be deceived and tricked, because some people are just here for your money. This is why we have this joke called link in the bio. Everything leads to link in the damn bio nowadays. Everything leads to making money, link in the damn bio. Come get a private reading. Buy my package. But when people ask deep questions, they don't want to tell you everything. They don't want to just help you on the spot. Why? Because there's money to be made. Don't just help humanity. Let's see here. Diego says, I've learned we always live in the future or the past and are afraid of the now. It's true that many people run away from themselves because we're in pain. And that's why we don't want to see that pain, because it hurts. Accountability update, almost 1 month vape free from Jan. Congratulations to Jan Camille. 1 month of vape free, happy lungs and longevity to your life. And may you inspire others to respect their lungs. Some people are huffing and puffing like a choo-choo train. Odai says, these days I get up from bed at 5:40 a.m. or 6 and start to meditate under a tree and also contemplate a dove doing nothing, just chilling, talking, taking the sun. What's on your heart right now? I feel sometimes we need to lead more with our heart. I lead with my heart most of the time because that's what makes your life happy, leading with your heart. You know, when you lead with love, your life becomes filled with love, but leading with your heart requires you to have integrity, to have honesty. Because leading with your heart, when you make a mistake, you admit it. When you're hurt, you face it and learn from it. Leading with your heart, when something's off, you have a good BS detector. That's the best part. You have a good BS detector when you lead with your heart. Because when you start to collaborate with people who's not heart-based, you start to smell something. I smell BS. But you don't tell them, you're like, I smell link in the bio. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I knew it. They're trying to make money from you real quick. Just a $10 reading. It's just $10, right? Just $10. Oh, I thought he was here to help people. I am, but link in the bio. I'm curious to see Space Lover. I'm curious about our relationships with the divine from our observer point of view. How are we connected? The moment you start to ask how, you're not observing anymore. You're trying to figure out how to connect. Stop asking how and start being. Just be. Just be. Just observe. Not trying to fix anything, nothing wrong. Just be. As you learn to just be, you experience clarity. Just chilling. Like I'm just being with you. Words come out. I'm not even thinking. When you're just being, your heart flows out. But when you're trying to figure out, somebody was asking me, how do you live stream for 5 hours straight? I told him, I don't use my brain to live stream. I let my heart lead me. And you can sense the stream. You can sense the community. But if we try to use our head to sense things, we're using our mind compared to our intuition. How do you connect to your intuition? Just be. How do you just be? There's a discipline to it that many people won't do called meditation. And when we meditate, sometimes we're just making up stuff in our head because we lack guidance from teachers. When I first started meditating, I had a fear of the dark. I used to think there would be like ghosts. So I would make myself meditate in a dark room for like 5 months. Because why? Face your fears and overcome them so you can live in happiness. So even though I sat in a dark room, windows closed, light sealed, I taped off every light in my room, and I began meditating, and my mind would make up fearful ghostly visions, and I would open my eyes, and every time I would see nothing. Eventually, over months and months, I'm aware that my mind's making up illusions of fear, but there was nothing to fear, but just fear itself. Then I realized my mind BSing, so I started being more present. And so as I meditate more, I recognize my own mind BS me a lot. So I started being more present and not in my head because I realized my mind was BSing. What you consider yourself an empath depends on how you define empath. What is an empath? You can call that being human being as an empath. If you woke up today, you're an empath. But many people aren't aware of it because they're not even present enough to be aware. We all have the gift of being aware. You can read when somebody is trying to manipulate you. You can we're professionals at this. Remember the baby crying for your attention? When you get the attention, the baby stops crying. And we're like, are you just using me with your tears? We already know that baby is crying for love, but it's using tears. Now, as we get older, we have more different tools. Sometimes we use anger to dominate, but we don't realize that people use anger because they don't have any other tools that are effective. Some people use different types of tools to attract people. We use perfume and make and cologne, essential oils. Right. Why? Why are they looking for our attention? Maybe they're trying to hook up. So you start to intuitively be aware, because if you're not aware, you can get manipulated. So, of course, if you're in your head thinking too much, you become really stressful being. But when you start to pay attention to your life, you start to have this thing called street smart. You know, some people don't have street smart because they don't pay attention. People who are street smart is because they have to be, because when you're on the street, you gotta watch your back, pay attention, right? Who's down the dark alley? Don't walk down that road, because, So when you start to pay attention to your life, your intuition rises. Why? Because you're paying attention to your life. Right? When you're going to the bar, there's people, scammers and hustlers. You don't want to get, mugged in downtown. So you gotta pay attention. Isaiah says attention is something you pay. You must give it away to something for a little bit of your time. The more you pay attention and listen more, the faster you learn. This is why when you meditate, you're learning so much about you. And when you're thinking too much and you're stressing too much, you're draining you. You're tiring you. You're burning yourself out. When you meditate and you experience clarity, you're filling your cup. You're restoring your wellness. You're feeling peaceful. And that's why Bob Marley told us what? Don't worry about a thing. But do we listen to Bob Marley? We do, but we don't practice it. Jessica says, I still... What Jessica said? I still feeling old that you said, but I don't think I'm meditating. R1 Jake says, the mind is an endless hall. You'll find yourself lost, spending too much time in it. I don't know if it's an endless hall. I just know that I'm happier in the moment. However, you can say, you can think, the mind is a powerful tool that you can easily abuse. It's like being addicted to using ChatGPT. You know what I mean? It's like being addicted to ChatGPT or using Google. You can use it all day and not be happy. ChatGPT is so powerful. But happiness is way more powerful. Or being addicted to tarot card reading. But you have to see, why are we addicted to tarot card reading? Why are we addicted to anything? Why are we attached to getting validation from a boy, a girl, or a person? Asking that why part is really inconvenient. Going down a rabbit hole, people are too lazy to go down a rabbit hole. Let's just light the Jamaican herb and just not even think. Let's watch some ancient aliens. The ancient astronaut theory say, love your damn self. Right, that's more interesting. And so we're just escaping our feeling. And the older you get, the more your ego becomes stronger. When you have been damaged and unhealed for a long time, right? As you get older and you don't heal, the opposite of healing happens. Your ego and your pain becomes more reinforced. And the number that I've been seeing, if around the age, if you don't heal by your mid-40s, like 45, it's really, really difficult, because you start hanging around people who are close-minded and who have solidified their identity that I'm broken and that's just how it is. And so when you keep hanging around with people who are in pain and not healing, it keeps you that way. And oftentimes there's a lot of people, though these people gossip a lot. The more people you hang out with that gossip about nonsense, the more you don't heal. Are you healed from many, many things? I don't know complete healing. I don't think complete healing is necessary. I think deep healing You can just say the word deep sense of happiness is a beautiful thing. That a deep sense of happiness. For you to feel a deep sense of joy, oh, what a blessing. What a blessing. When you feel like if you can say from your like that you feel a deep sense of joy in your life, that's a huge blessing, you know. Healing is spiritual. I think it's both. It's spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical. I think it's all of the above. Whenever I found deep sense of joy, my illness, like my pains in the body, start to go away. I used to have ringing in my ear, haziness in my vision, and for whatever reason, completely gone. My vision was hazy for whatever reason, 50-50 still. Now, that's just my experience, okay? But it's not the first time I've heard of miracles. We all have heard of miracles. But imagine that it's possible for you too. But sometimes we don't believe, we don't have faith. Because if it was that easy, I wouldn't be on here talking about peace and love at midnight on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch in H-Channel. Link in the bio. Is believing necessary? Absolutely. But believing what? Believing in a thing that restores your faith. Which means start with your damn self. Believe in yourself at least, people. Believe in your dad. Many people may doubt the universe and God, and you have the right to doubt whatever. But please learn to believe in yourself instead of doubting yourself. Your life is a lot better when you believe in yourself. Can we agree on that part, people? I guess we're going that believing in yourself is more beneficial than doubting yourself. Can we agree on that? So why the hell are we doubting ourselves? Because nobody taught you. Many people are not encouraged, and sometimes, how do I believe in myself? Just do it. Just do it. No, for real. Just believe in your damn self, period. Every time you fail yourself, continue to believe. Learn from your failures and never doubt. Learn through your failures and keep going. Stop trying to believe in yourself and just do it. You remember I used to try to believe in me. It's a good start, don't get me wrong. Right? It's a good start. But I realized, why am I trying to believe in me? Why don't I just believe? Think about that. I stopped trying to believe in me and just did it. What's the difference? When you try, you still have doubts. You still don't know how. You always ask how. Stop needing to know how and just do it. It's not that difficult. What's making it difficult is doubt. Get rid of the doubt. Throw it away. Stop needing to know how to believe in yourself and just believe. That's how. What I just told you right now, people go to seminars and pay thousands of dollars to just hear that for free. I'm serious. Like, this is a free life. I'm messing up people's money on here. There's free life coaching. I'm serious. What I just gave you right there, that's free life coaching. And I'm not even trying to get you to come to. I don't even have a link for y'all to go to a live coaching. Now, if you believe in your creator, that's you, boo. Many people. The issue is, why would somebody believe in God if they don't even believe in themselves? Think about that. It's like a prerequisite. How the heck are you going to believe in the universe and all this stuff if you don't even believe in what you see in the mirror? No matter how tall you are, how short you are, how crooked your eyebrows are, how crooked your toe is. Believe in your crooked toes. Right? You are made beautiful the way you are. Believe in that. Right? If your teeth crooked, believe in that. That's what you got. I'm serious. Stop trying to fix all your imperfection and realize you're made whole. Because sometimes we're waiting to be perfect to believe in us. Like, we're waiting to do more perfection things. Like, well, I don't have a six-pack abs yet. My lips not full yet. My skin's not clear as a baby's bottom, even though I'm taking like 3 bottles of liquid collagen a day. Just believe in you. Dang, shots fired. Like, how did he know? Just believe. Here's the thing, look. I used to not believe in myself, and then I sat there and I asked, like, what's better for my life? Believing in me or doubting me? I sat there contemplating. Believing in myself would probably be better. So why the hell don't you do that? I should, huh? I should believe in me. It's a lot better. That's a better choice. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to believe in me. There it goes. Right? I'm gonna try to believe in me. Trying is just halfway. Just do it. It's like, okay, I believe. If I'm somebody who truly believe in myself, if I make a mistake, I'm going to still continue to believe in myself. Right? If I get fired from my job, I'm going to continue believing that I will find another one. if I get dumped, I'm going to believe that I will find another one because I believe in me, right? If I'm short on money, I believe I will find another one. And the way you strengthen your own self-belief is through action that reinforce your self-belief. Let's say you're short on money and you says, I believe I can find money. You're gonna go out of your way to find a way because you know why? You believe. So you're gonna try to sell your Bluetooth speaker to your homie for $50. You're gonna try to sell some crystals on Facebook Marketplace because you believe. Right? You're gonna find a way because you believe. You're gonna try to sell your Buddha statue for $30 on Facebook Marketplace because you believe. Now, somebody who doubts what happened, when you don't believe, number one, you don't have a plan. You're stressed. You're gonna complain. And and so when you don't believe in yourself, you're gonna try to shortcut, which means you're gonna try to scam people. You're gonna try to manipulate people or use people. Why? Because you doubt yourself and you're trying to take the shortcut and be a hustler. But the hustle catches up to you. There's always consequences to shortcutting in your life. And so when you believe in yourself, you have integrity. If you say you believe in yourself and you don't have integrity, you hustle people, you do the wrong thing, what do you think is going to happen to you? The wrong thing is going to catch up to you. Oftentimes it's called jail. Oftentimes it's called getting involved with the wrong people. Because karma is a real thing. But hustlers think they're above the karma. But if you look at the hustler's life, most of their friends in jail. The repo truck always looking for their car. They don't know how to be happy without substance or alcohol. Is that a fulfilled life? Sometimes we're so smart that we don't even see we're unhappy. Right? Sometimes we're so damn smart that we don't even see we're unhappy. But we got the latest iPhone and the latest Michael Kors. Do the right thing. And when you do the right thing and be a good person over time, you have this thing called momentum. Many people want a shortcut because why? We want to get successful quickly. We want to get that money quickly. We want to get that hot girl quickly. We want to get that hot boys what I want quickly. Damn. Hot boys what I want. And everybody knows this, okay? What comes quickly also goes away quickly. Right? Quick money goes out quickly. Right? If you get involved with somebody on a surface level, what is it called? A quickie. Right? Because it's just, right? It's not fulfilling. Right? fulfilling things takes time to build. A brand, a company, it takes time to develop. But many people want to. It's like there are some TikTok influencers who pay for followers. Okay? And when you look at their page, they have 1 million followers, right? But on their video, you see 25 likes. You're like, is that the kind of life you want, brothers and sisters? 1 million followers, but 25 likes? Because sometimes we want it so bad that we pay for fake promos or whatever. Because why? We just want to make it. But if you make it without integrity, you didn't make anything. I was gonna say you didn't make SHO. The streets. Are you paid? What do you mean, are you paid? The universe pays me for sure. Like when how old are you? I'm 36. The reason why I recently decided to be a full-time content creator is because people have been donating without, I don't ask for donations, y'all just donate. And so it's like, okay, that means I should try to serve more if people believe. And so, because I got tired of seeing people only helping people for $111.11. Are you Theravada? I am love your damn self. I was raised in Theravada Buddhism. I have enough to continue to talk to you with authenticity. When you sell out, it gets political. You're raised. Somebody called me One Punch Man today. And I'm like, word? What do you say to that? Of course. What was the other one? Somebody called me Mr. Clean. That's a new one. I just call myself that bald guy. What's the background music? Music that I use. I have a looper on right now. Kadampa Center. I practice spirituality that's more practical. I think you can summarize what I practice is called being effective at helping humanity. Because not everybody's gonna want to meditate, but when you play the flute for them, they're like, ooh, I like that. So when they hear music that helps them feel joy, they're gonna be more present at listening to it. Right? Even the way I'm speaking right now is by choice. Because imagine your life could heal somebody if you're willing to practice deeply. The tone of the stream is blue with some, right? Everything about it, it's an art form called healing. And the beautiful part is that when you do authentic healing and help people connect, look at all the amazing authentic people here. Right? Look at all the beautiful energy in here. This is why I enjoy being on here, because it's a vibe, right? We just ride this peaceful vibe together. And it's beautiful that it can be online, and that it could be free. And that it doesn't have to be so like scammy energy where like it sounds so too good to be true, and then they want link in the bio. It's kind of like, I like it, but like, to get more knowledge, why do I have to pay? Why can't you just tell us now? Because it's called business as usual. Because that's what people do. That's what people on YouTube has been doing for a long time. And they have the free will to do it. But when you turn spirituality into a business, it makes people lose faith oftentimes, because it's not pure. And people nowadays, when the spiritual work that you do lacks purity, it makes people not believe in spirituality. And many people just think spiritual people are just scamming people. And a lot of them are, unfortunately. There are a lot of good ones that do charge money, but it's rare to find people who do good work with purity. And so I just want to honor the people who do their best to do the right thing, even if you charge money, because it's hard out here on planet Earth, we have to be real. I get it, it's difficult. It's hard out here. Not enough transparency in most churches nowadays when it comes to money. Yeah, we need money, but we don't want to be dominated by money. We don't want money to own us. And many people, their God is money. Their faith is money, because it's in the music. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling. Right? It's in the music. And we've been programmed to just chase the bag, that dough. Cash moves everything around me. Get the money, dollar bills, y'all. And so when we hear this for many generations, and so I was very reluctant. How about this? As a spiritual practitioner, I pushed away money for many years of my life, because I saw that money corrupted so many spiritual systems. And until we have a better relationship with ourselves, or until we have a humble relationship with our spiritual practice, I was not willing to even deal with money. How about that? Right? But when you have a good heart and you're disciplined, and you're not gonna just sell out, because it's easy to sell out. Who sold out? Think about it. Oprah Winfrey. Remember how she used to be? When you sell out, you end up like Oprah. You don't hear nothing good about Oprah nowadays. But because if you lose your integrity, your whole brand could be destroyed. Shout out to TD Chicks. Hey, shout out to Joel Osteen too. But it's okay. The thing is, we have concerns about the systems that influence us, right? Like, there's not a lot of places where we can express these things and stay humble. So the whole goal is speak the truth and be respectful and humble, you know. We can shout out and that's what we're doing here. We should talk about the things that we feel and still respect each other. Like, yes, Oprah sold out, but we have to say she did a lot of good work. Right? We have to remember she did a lot of great work. But the moment she started that damn own network, that's when her life started going down. Because she did not need to do that. But sometimes in life, you do your best and you get lost. It's okay that, you know, just because we do the wrong thing doesn't mean we have to continue doing the wrong thing. You can always just choose to do the right thing. And when you do the right thing, you know you're doing the right thing. You don't need the world to approve you. Unless you're trying to get their money. Shout out to Oprah. Shout out to Oprah. Right? When you're a good person, you don't need people's validation unless you're trying to use that to get their money. Thank you for all the kind words, by the way. Thank you for all the blessings. And my sister keeper, Jim Bricker, Bernadette, King Ra, Colton Annie. Aloha. She got consumed by the darkness. Yeah. Here's the thing. You know, one of the reasons I'm inspired by the master, the Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh, she interviewed a Zen master on her show because Oprah is heavily influenced by Buddhism. And so one of the reasons I even cared about that Zen master, because Oprah interviewed him because Thich Nhat Hanh, and the reason she interviewed him is because this Zen Buddhist master begged Martin Luther King to speak up for the war in Vietnam. So there's politics reason, but she still did that work. Yeah, if you just Googled Thich Nhat Hanh and Oprah Winfrey, you're like, word, she did that. And so shout out to, right? But of course, sometimes we get off track in life and we abandoned the people that we serve because ego, ignorance, anger, greed, right? There's all these three poisons. Plum Village is great. I have to agree. There's many great communities, many great loving communities. And I just hope that you find your way towards loving people, because I'm just so grateful, you know. That's why I'm on here. Because when I'm on, imagine you could be part of a great community, that your presence is respected, your voice is heard. And if you don't see something, maybe you're meant to create it. Maybe you're meant, like if you're inspired by something that people aren't doing, maybe your originality is needed. So that, right? Because sometimes when you hear the music, it sounds the same. Auto-tune. the same pop music, auto-tune. Thank you, Dewdrop. But when you hear an original voice, you feel love, you feel authenticity, you feel they're not here to just try to get quick money from teenagers. And your sound becomes legendary, like Bob Marley, like Bill Withers. Everybody knows that song. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Wonder if she's gonna stay. Everyone knows that damn song because when you hear his tone, sometimes in our lives we all have pain. We all know that damn song from sister to sister. Lean on me. Right? Because why? When you find your, like for example, Morgan Freeman has a voice of God in Hollywood now. Like what? How does your voice become God? Because when you find your authenticity, they may turn your voice and you play God in a movie. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what's possible? Because anything is possible. Do you think your dreams are possible, brothers, sisters? What is? Have you ever had a dream that you've given up on, that really excites you? I want to do what you are doing. Well, then start doing it, because it takes a long time to develop yourself. So start today, people. Some people's dream is to have a pet sanctuary, cat sanctuary. They want to have horses. They want to have a horse sanctuary. Some people's dream is to be a mother or a father. Your dream is your dream. You deserve to believe in your dream and achieve dream. But you gotta learn, you have to earn it. That's why dreams are so beautiful, because we don't just buy our dream. This is why when you buy followers and subscribers, it doesn't feel like a dream, because you know you didn't do it the authentic way. And everyone knows it too. Right? Like when you do something inauthentically, everyone knows. Especially if you got big and you're not authentic, your brand becomes inauthentic brand. But you can always do the right thing. But sometimes we become addicted to the cloud. When we're addicted to the cloud, we just want attention, and we're not even happy. We want attention, and we're not even happy. We get to have a good time in bed, but we're not even making love. People talk to us only because we have nice things, but not because who we are. People respect us because of what's more on the outside, but not on the inside. But when you do the right thing, people see your heart by just looking in your eye one time. They feel your love. They feel genuine. They feel you actually care about what they're saying. Some people call that Jesus. I respect that. Some people call that love. Whatever it is for you, find what works. For you, some people find their happiness by being a parent. Some people find happiness by being pet parents. Some people find happiness, true happiness, by getting a good job because they earned that, Some people find happiness by being in love with their life. Your thing is going to be different or the same, right? But if you don't know what makes you happy, that's me, pet parent here, right? If you don't know what makes you happy, you get to find out. That's the best part. If you don't know what is your dream, you get to explore. Because if you never explore, you may never find it. But are you willing to find, or will you be distracted by your PS5, by Shein.com, Facebook Marketplace, or buying the newest dunks on Nike.com or eBay to see if your Jordans is a knockoff and that you get ripped off? Or you spend time watching the History Channel as they go to that pawn shop and try to see how much that samurai sword costs? There's a lot of entertainment, and that's why that's called entertainment and not exploration. When you don't know your dream and you never go looking, you end up doing a lot of entertainment. Bert says, I've been looking for true peace for 62 years. Still nothing, just glimpses. Well, thank you for continuing to look, Brother Bert, because sometimes if we never give up on it, we may find what we're looking for. Sometimes it takes 63 years. Very optimistic. Thank you, Zion. I love meditating with you. I'm here to relax with you, connect with you in a more, grounding way. I've had it before and lost it. I'll get there again. Positivity and optimism is definitely needed on the journey because this thing called life can be very discouraging. very disappointing sometimes, very heartbreaking sometimes, that it makes you doubt life. But keep going, brothers and sisters. Just keep going. And for those of you having a hard time, just choose to stay. Take it one day at a time. One day at a time. Just like when you're trying to quit the alcohol. Choose to stay, and one day at a time. You don't have to know how. You just have to believe. Just believe. Just believe. Just believe. Just believe. Believe in what? Yourself. Some 1 minute at a time sometimes. Just believe and breathe. And the more sober you are, the more clear your mind is. Sometimes it's hard to find happiness when you're always not sober. Think about that. When you're constantly under the substance or influence, your consciousness becomes very hazy. When you're under the substance of energy drinks all the time, I think you can use energy drinks in a healthy way, but if you know you abuse it, your heart rate is like always high. It's hard to be peaceful when you just drank your 4th energy drink and it's midnight. You know what I mean? It can be the same thing as overeating. When you have a lot of food in your stomach all the time, your body doesn't know how to chill. Right? And so when you're always stuffed up, it's hard to relax because your stomach is full. So this is why every little detail, if you start to pay attention to your life, you'll start to see eating 5 pancakes will make you really sleepy fast. The amount of syrup you put on those damn pancakes will make you feel some type of way. How much butter you put on those dang pancakes. Right? Right. Drinking soda. Why? Because so everything affects your happiness. When you do too much of anything, it disrupts it. Whether it's drinking 3, 4, 5 sodas a day. Even the content you watch. If you're watching toxic websites, please stop. If you're watching too many Korean dramas or series, please find a way to love your damn self. I use tarot cards. How you feel about that? Use them. If it works for you, you should use it. But remember to believe in yourself too. Sometimes we believe in the tarot cards more than we believe in ourselves. It's more about what's within. Everything leads back within. Meditation helps you to feel connected within. When you use the oracle cards, you feel connected to your intuition and deeper insight. When you meditate and you have a clear mind, you get deeper insight. Now, if you do a card reading and your mind's not clear, that card reading may be a really negative one because your mind's stressed out. If you're meditating and you had a really stressful day, that meditation may be a stressful meditation. But over time, you can turn that stress into relaxation if you have a good teacher or if you learn to meditate properly. But of course, these proper meditation techniques are everywhere already. People would rather just pay for a card reading because why? Because there's a lot of people teaching you the wrong thing. And you're not even happy after that. Dome says, naturally discouraging, but I find I'm always optimistic, but so sad if I really think about it. Here's the thing. Being positive is not a bad thing unless you're using it to disguise how you really feel. Which is why positive vibes only can be some BS, you know what I'm saying? Positive vibes only is not real, but learning to be a genuine positive person addresses, like if you're sad, giving yourself permission to just be sad is positive vibes. You see that? Like if you're somebody who's sad and you never give yourself permission to be sad, no wonder why you drink a lot. No wonder why you need more substance, because you don't even give yourself permission to let you feel how you feel. A lot of guys have issues with that. We don't let ourselves feel the pain that we feel sometimes. Then if you don't want to feel, you have to see why don't you, right? The why that leads to joy. Because you can ask why with no intention of leading yourself back to joy. Why? See? I ask why with an intention of love, happiness. Some people ask why from pain and suffering. Okay? So when I ask why with you, I'm asking why with the intention of happiness is possible. So it's up to you. You have to recognize when you ask yourself some questions, is this with the intention? Because if you don't really want happy, if you don't truly want to be happy, you're not gonna move towards happiness. Why would happiness happen for you if it's not your intention? Why would your life be happy if you don't work on happiness in your life? Because a life that's happy requires effort. What kind of happiness effort are you taking in your life? Or maybe, and yet sometimes it's like some people think watching a movie will help them feel more joy. I can agree with that. I like movies, but 4 hours of movies? Is he AI? Welcoming Chayla. Welcome to Happiness Stream. Link in the bio. We keep ourselves distracted because that's the best that we know sometimes. I used to play video games excessively and watch, raunchy content because it was a great distraction from my unfulfilled life. I didn't even know what it meant to be unfulfilled. I had to Google the word fulfillment, and I was like, I still don't get it. I didn't even know what it meant to be fulfilled. You know what I mean? Do you still play video games? No, I do this instead. It's way better. I get to help people. I get to share happiness and it could be free. And so that's why I'm just grateful for all the blessings and the gifts and all the subs. And I usually don't stream this late, but today is appropriate for me. What's the cheat code? The thing is, even if I told you the cheat code, you wouldn't believe it. Because most people make happiness so difficult because they don't realize that they could make happiness as simple as breathing in and out and being here now. That's crazy, right? That's crazy, right? Like, when I first asked myself that question, can deep, fulfilling happiness just be right now? But most people won't try. You know why? It's crazy, says our ego. It can't be that simple as just enjoying my life now, right? Like, it can't be as simple as just me giving myself permission to just enjoy my life as it is now. And so I tried. I thought about the most fulfilling thing in my life. Going a sunset on a happy day of my life. Maybe rollerblading on a springtime. And I felt really good and fulfilled in my heart with a happy past memory. And I told myself, can I just feel that joy and take away the memory? What is your most happiest time? Going to the beach? Hiking the mountains? Going for a walk with your dog, who may not be here anymore? That memory, it can trigger this thing called fulfillment and joy. But if you can take away the memory and leave the feeling and just breathe that feeling, and how can it be that simple? It was too good to be true, but I tried it because I had nothing to lose. And so I learned to just enjoy. Enjoy. And it's difficult, but it took me some time to learn to practice just enjoying this moment without the memory. So I would think about a memory, maybe going to the, I grew up in Thailand. We would go to the waterfall for a summer vacation in Thailand. And I would feel this joy in my heart. And I would practice letting go of that memory and just being with my breath, with that joy. Are most people in Thailand vegetarian? No. Most people in Thailand are not vegetarian. Most people in Thailand, I guess I don't really know. But most people are not vegetarian. Even the monks don't eat vegetarian. I was a monk for 5 weeks and I only met one monk who was vegetarian, and nobody, and it was unspoken. It was like the vegetarians had a radar, and it would just mean. So I went to 5 different temples and I only met one monk who was vegetarian, because it's not part of the culture to be vegetarian. Can you explain anger, please? Of course. There's many reasons for us to be angry, even though it doesn't make us happy. Anger is for people who don't realize you have other options. When you start to begin to ask, what are my other options? Happiness. Okay, what does it take for me to be happy? Right? When you start to ask yourself, what does it take to be happy? You start learning about how to be happy naturally. But we become angry for what reason? My friend who I helped, named John, his uncle did him wrong. Let's just say that. He couldn't protect himself. He used the energy of anger to hide from how he really felt. So sometimes we use anger as a response mechanism to abuse. And sometimes we learn anger because our mama was angry growing up. So we learn anger from the people. And anger is an energy that's called yang, fire energy. But this fire energy is negative fire energy. So anger drains you. In Buddhism, the Buddha said, anger is like holding on to a hot piece of coal, wanting to throw it at somebody. You burn yourself, even though you want to throw it at that person. Holding on to anger makes your life miserable. But sometimes, nobody taught us to let go of anger. And so, we make room to justify, to allow ourselves to be angry because everybody's doing it. My neighbor's doing it, my daddy's doing it, my cousin's angry, so that means I should be angry too. Because nobody taught them there's other options sometimes. And that sometimes it's part of culture or the lack of wisdom and the lack of knowledge that makes people choose anger. Because if happiness is a choice, why the hell are we choosing anger? Think about that. If happiness is a better option, why do we choose anger? What about sadness? There's two emotions, positive and negative. Which one do you think is better for you? Positive is better for you, but negative emotions are a great teacher because the negative emotions point to positive emotion. When somebody steps on your feet, if you're not somebody with discipline, you're naturally gonna respond, "Hey, what the F, mother F," right? Because why? That's a natural response for people who don't practice compassion. And this is why meditation and prayer and different philosophies help us to be more centered, so that on that day when something happens that most people should be angry by, you don't get triggered because you remember your options. Grace, hope. How can somebody be angry if their child was unalived? Not be angry. Because instead of being angry, you can find a deeper purpose in helping people live. Help people. Because in the most painful parts of our life, there's a deep lesson. And sometimes we're not ready because we're still in pain from our trauma that our child is gone. And when that wound begins to heal, happiness can heal other families and children too. That child would want their mother or father to be happy and not sad. And so when you have lost a child, sometimes it feels impossible. But imagine the moment we decide to find a reason to be happy about. We get to help other families. Like the reason why I'm talking to you like this, because I've been depressed. I've been in I've been in a trap house. I've done a lot of substance that made me nearly lose my life many times. Without that darkness, I may not find my purpose in talking to you today with no intention of getting your money, not trying to convert you, not here to change your religion, but because it's purely love. Because my past was very sad, very miserable, lots of popping candy and alcohol and misery and heartbrokenness and just lots of, failures. Welcoming Sean. We up on here. When you find, after going through a life of hell, and you find happiness still, it confused me that I could still find happiness, and was wondering, why are people not teaching this stuff? Why is there not more of this, what we're doing on here, online? I began to be angry at first because why aren't we just helping humanity be more happy? And so I became very aggressive at helping people, only to realize that's not how you help people. You know what I mean? You cannot force love. That's for lazy people who just want people to believe in happiness but won't listen to them. So this is why we're speaking gracefully and having the patience to. And some people cannot afford $111 card reading or therapy. Or some people don't want to convert religion, and some people don't have the time to meditate. We make excuses to be miserable because that's the best that we know sometimes. And so I'm aware. I'm aware of these things. And I decide be the change you wish to see in the world. Stop being the complaint and just help your brothers and sisters, even though many people are looking for $111 private reading or mini reading for $11.11, link in the bio. And it's wonder why many people keep walking in a circle, because they do pay a lot of money for healing and they don't get it. So it makes them even more confused and sometimes desperate. And they feel betrayed by the community, and some people even feel betrayed by God or by their parents. And everyone's doing the best they can, and everyone's just following money and following the hustle and following the grind. But nobody's really talking about, are you actually happy? Like, for real? Are you actually happy with your damn life? And that's a really difficult question to ask, because when you ask people, are you happy? Most people will say yes, because the shame of saying no will have to make them go down a rabbit hole of why they're not truly happy. And that's so inconvenient. We just want to watch our Netflix and eat our Uber Eats that will arrive in about 15 minutes. And some of us can't even afford Uber Eats, you know. Anyways, my time on here has come to an end. So thank you for all the positive energy. Thank you for relaxing with me tonight. Thank you, Zen. Thank you, Susie, Trish, Kim. Thank you for all the gifts. Kim, Lindsay, Samantha, Trish, Casey, Thea, Jack, 4, Wendy, Wu, Moria. Thank you, Lumina. I hope that you feel relaxed. I hope that you feel supported. I hope that you feel a little hope if you needed it. And I will see you tomorrow, where I plan to stream for 8 hours tomorrow. So again, it's all from the heart. It's all spiritual. It's all free. So be careful. There are scammers using my face to try to get your money. I don't do private readings. I never charge you money. I never try to convert you to any religion. I never message people. And there is no private card readings. So watch out for the scammers. Everything that I do is live. It's free. Everything's donation based. So watch out for the scammers, please. Goodbye. Thank you, everybody. Chance. I had to say all that. Gotta hit the scammers, like, oh, he's messing up our money. And thank you to all my brothers and sisters on Twitch and YouTube also. Huma, Lumina, Chance, Hollow. Love your damn self.